Evening all, and welcome back to Kerbalism. We are on our approach to our next maneuver in our tourist space plane, and we're going to travel down to the moon and complete the rest of the contract. But we have a few other things to do in between that. Mainly, this thing's going to need more fuel because it certainly can't land on the moon with what it has here. To land on the moon from... We've got to get into orbit anyway, so we're going to use up way more than that there. Fire the engine off here, make sure I don't miss the target, and go. It should be prograde, I think. Yeah. Slow that down, slow it down, slow it down. Focus on the moon. Oh, we're going to be coming underneath it. Oh, that's interesting. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, can we get... okay, there we go. Right. So, we're going to get down and we're going to do the right maneuver node. There we go. This is 177. We have 670 left. 607 left, sorry. So that will take us down to 430. From a low moon orbit to the moon is 580, and then the same to get back up again. So yeah, we can't do that. We need to refill this pretty much completely, because it's not going to make it otherwise. So we've got 12 days before we get down to this maneuver here. 11 days. Yeah, 11 days. And it only takes about 3 days to get to the moon, I think, from Kerbin. So, shall we launch a refueling craft to come here? We have got the smaller docking port on the nose now, so I could have used the station one. Ooh. Let's switch over to this just a moment. Right. Yeah, because we got this here, which has fuel in it. There's plenty of fuel in it. It was one of the... I don't think I've ever managed to actually successfully use this mod to get up here yet, but I mean, that's got 869 fuel on board. How big is our shuttle? I didn't look at that. Let's have a look. See here. Where is our? Why can't I see it? Do I have planes tracked here? I do have planes tracked here. Plane. There you are. Strange. Let's switch back over here. Right, and we have... Oh, we only have the one tank. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's... Oh, no, we don't. We have another tank in here, don't we? Yeah, we've got another tank there. That's 1,000. Okay. So this can hold way more Delta V than that refueler could send us. So why don't we go back to the KSE? We'll launch another refueler up to the station, and then we'll merge the two refuelers together and send one onto the moon. Does that sound like a good plan? I think it does. And here we have our brand new fuel lugging system, the Delta Watt now, because reasons. And yeah, lugging one of these tanks into orbit full is a lot, an awful lot. This has thrown off the numbers again, although my delta V has gone up compared to what it was in the VAB, and my thrust weight has gone down, but that shouldn't really be a problem. Shall we try this again? Record. Transport, liquid fuel, oxidizer, water repellent, the lot. Start recording. Okay. So, turn the engines on a little tiny bit. Make sure they work. Yep, and go. Oh, they're bendy. Okay. Oh, it's wibbly wobbly. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Rain out, please, rain out. This is not going well. We are wibbly wobbly inside there. Hopefully we can stay kind of straight. Needs more struts. Definitely needs more struts. Yeah. Okay, but we're going to go for it. We're going to go for it. Do need to do a gravity side in a moment. It's going to be interesting. We need to be stable. So let's give it a try. Just gently. Tap. Come on, over you go. Over you go. It's doing it. I'll turn the thrust down as well. Because we are getting up quite high. I'm holding right over now and it's barely moving. So maybe I actually need to increase the thrust again and actually get our speed moving. Might make sense. And with 2/3. Get over. Come on. Come on, get over. We need to go pretty much horizontal because we are. One thing I would definitely say is do not follow my ascent profiles because I am really bad at them. Now, please don't blow my craft up when I detach you. Please. Go. Yay! Full power! Okay. I think that went well. I think that went well. Good lord. Yeah, you're supposed to not go up and over like I am. You're supposed to have a nice gentle curve. Yeah. Oh well. What's our times up here, isn't it? 25, is that? It's actually decreasing. Ooh, okay, I'm going to point prograde and get the nodes up a little tiny bit. Because I really do kind of want to get into orbit. Still coming down pretty quick. I'm a little concerned about that. My nose up a bit. I don't think we're actually going to make it. Lift the nose up a bit. We're a bit wobbly in here, which is causing a few problems. We're actually going down now, which is causing a large problem. I'm not getting rid of the fairing yet, just in case this does end up dipping back down much further than I want it to. We're going down. Our vertical speed is coming down, which is awesome. There you go. We're going up again now. Excellent. Yeah. Okay. So absolutely flawless, as you saw there. Absolutely perfect launch, no problems at all. Yeah, we're 100 and 500, and I've got one ignition left on this engine here, which is awesome. I obviously got these wrong. because I kind of wanted to fuel it down instead of up, but that doesn't matter. We can transfer the fuel in anyway. Having the fuel further back near where the little wings are helps with stability in an atmosphere. Don't need it now, we're not in an atmosphere, but yeah, we're here. We're going to exit the atmosphere in 2 minutes, and then we need to meet our space station, which I wasn't anywhere near. Or do we? Or do we? We've got a bit of fuel left here. We've got 200 meters a second left here. We've got another stage up here. Let's deploy that, get rid of that. Zoom, zoom. We've got another stage here with a pool engine on it, which is going to get us to the moon. And then we've got this tank here, which is not being used at all. So I shouldn't have extended that yet. We are technically still in the atmosphere. I think we're okay. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go. I'm going to go. Bang power straight to the moon. I am going to have to actually get into orbit first, though. So yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's try and turn this craft around. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Adding extra drag onto the craft, so we're actually going to drop down. But that's okay, because we kind of want 100,000. Because we're in front, so we actually want more, don't we? So we could catch that, but we're not doing that. We're just going straight to the moon, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I don't know why I wanted to go the other way and point sort of that way. Well, one point that way, don't I? So oh well. Let's just go around for a bit. I want to point towards the planet. Basically, is what I want to do from where I am. And then when I get there, that should be about right. I was trying to line up for that one and went the wrong way. So yeah. Okay. This does have plenty of solar panels. It's got a reaction wheel here and in there, and a bit of monopropellant as well. So we're okay for that. So I'm gonna. I bought this. Yep, I'm gonna bought that because we're not going to the station now. So every time I actually use that and get things right, I then don't need it. So yeah, right. Warp to there, please. Oh, slow down. Warp to there. Now we're above the atmosphere. Did the whole instant stop spinny cheat thing, but hey ho. Point prograde. And would be so kind as to get us into orbit. There we go. Awesome sauce. There we go. 100-ish meters. We could have met that. So that craft works. Just a couple of struts and that will work perfectly. So that's okay. Right. So to get to the moon, we want to basically put the moon up above us. Go down here to about 4 o'clock. Add a maneuver. Drag out and the moon should be there. There we go. Works flawlessly every time. Awesome. And then you can just adjust it to get what you want. You don't necessarily have to add any extra delta V. You can actually use less of it and just move this marker around to get your encounter how you want it. Let's see how this encounter is. It's yeah, it's good enough. We're gonna have to do some weird maneuvering when we get out here somewhere anyway, because we need to come into the moon in the same sort of orbit that our other craft is. So if I focus down here, okay, so we're going to get there. There's where our encounter is going to be, and our. If I target this, there's its encounter. It's coming this way. So we need to be coming this way around the moon. So what we want to do, we want to We can move this around a bit, I think. No, I want to move it. That's pretty much the best we can do. And then we just get more, add more delta V to it. And eventually it flips around to the other side. Like so. There we are. And then what we'll have to do is probably have to do quite a bad maneuver. Well, we could do another maneuver out here somewhere and try and push our periaps down here, roughly, and get into a sort of orbit. We don't have to be at a perfect orbit with it, because when this craft comes in and actually does it, and we can figure out what orbit it's on, and then we can pick whichever craft has the more fuel to do what it's going to do. So, yeah, not too bad. Okay. Let's try and point ourselves towards it. I'm turning SES off and just letting the craft spin around using physical time warp. You hold Alt and use the dot, the full stop and comma keys on the keyboard to do that. For physical time warp, if you didn't know. You should all know that. Okay. And stop there. That will do. And stop. Stop. I should really install persistent rotation. That forces you to actually use SES when time warping. Because your crafts rotate around, do weird things, so. Also got to hope this engine works. It is more than this actual engine has on it. This maneuver. I probably want to fire a little bit early actually, because the poodle engine is nowhere near as powerful as this. This has got like 2,000 thrust, the poodle engine's got 250, so I think I'm going to fire at 30 seconds, like now, and hope that that engine holds up, which it did. Awesome sauce. Okay. And this is going to run out of fuel now, and then we detach all that. I'm going to cut the engine, activate the engine, and then fire it up nice and gently so we push them away. I don't want things exploding too close to us. Okay, and we're on our way. Awesome. 1,300 meters a second, not a great deal. I can afford to use a bit of this fuel here if I really want to. But we have got plenty here, so we're okay. We've got a bit up here as well. That's what I want to do actually. I want to change that to be a much higher priority, if you don't mind. Use that one up first. So our centre of mass moves back. Because that's where our major reaction wheel is, so I want to move it back here so this reaction wheel can have more effort. Although Kerbal Space Program lets you get away with things that you can't do in real life. Really, reaction wheels in real life want to be as far away from the centre of mass as possible, so that when they swing, they have a greater effect on the craft. So really, you put your reaction wheels like right down here and right up here, and the centre of mass, you then move that, and it has a greater effect at moving the craft. In the centre, you've got to do far more torque to move something from the centre compared to if you're doing it from the outside. Leverage is the great thing there. If you've ever tried to undo a bolt or something and you got a small tiny spanner and you can't undo it, and then you get a bigger one or get a second one attached to the end, and you've got more leverage, you can move things. So yeah, that will give you a longer lever. Okay, so I've been playing here for a little while trying to get this mid maneuver working to try and get us down here somewhere, and I can't, unfortunately, because of where we're coming in from. We're not coming in from high enough, and I can't get the nodes up high enough to do it. So yeah, it's kind of awkward. I need to sort of do something mad like that, then like bring the orbit in, but that doesn't quite work. It throws us off over So what I'm thinking instead is leaving that like that, coming in on the equator, and changing our other ship on the way down, because surely that would be able to level this out a lot easier than we have here. So let's switch over to our refueling space plane, which I kind of need to rename to tourist plane. Yeah, so let's rename it first, so I don't get myself confused. Tourist space plane, there we go. Awesome. I don't know why the other one has a symbol of a plane either, that's a bit strange, but... so you're going to escape in 3 hours. Oh, okay, let's go back to this one. Doesn't have a plane. And we can change this one's I would say we change it, but the probe is in between the battery. There it is. Awesome. So I can rename it. There we go. Got to be a probe. This wants to be a ship. There we go. That's just because in the map view I actually have probes turned off. So yeah, so it's a ship now. So that's going to be in 2 hours. Okay, so we want to put ourselves in a parking orbit first. Let's do that. Let's fly towards moon. And there we go. Right. So we want to walk to about here somewhere. Then point ourselves retrograde. Ah, okay, there we go. So now this has actually left the sphere of influence. We're getting the second maneuver marker up. So it's showing us what that other craft's going to do. That's awesome. Okay, but we want to put ourselves into orbit here, don't we? There we go. That'll do. And let's walk around to that maneuver. We are pretty low here. Not actually sure what our... No, we're okay. We're okay. Plenty of time. Oh god, where's our signal coming from? Our signal is bouncing off something right over there somewhere. Coming back. Oh, that was a little worrying. Because Eve, I was beginning to think we were our signal was going to die then. Do we not have any probes? We've got a probe here. That doesn't have line of sight. Probably setting up a relay network's not a bad idea. But then we've pretty much got everything from the moon. I believe, I did driving around the moon, and we haven't done it on Mimbus yet, I believe. I don't know what science we've got. But was it Mimbus I did? And not the moon? Or was it both? I can't remember. I couldn't even remember that we'd been to the moon a few episodes ago. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's go for science. Let's go for... Beep Birdie? I don't even know where that is. Let's go to crew report, that'll do. Crew report on the moon. R&D in-flight value. Oh, apparently we don't have many crew reports on the moon. Was it Mimbus we did then? Yes, Mimbus. We completed Mimbus. Okay, so we haven't driven around the moon. I thought I did that. Like surface samples. Here we go. Did I just miss the crew report? Oh, did I miss the crew report? Was that the problem? Did I just mess up? And not get the crew report on the surface? Which is weird because I'm sure that was auto running. How strange. Oh well. Oh well. Not a problem. Not a problem. We can do that at some point, I suppose. Okay, so I messed up and put us way too low, so I'm going to use the RCS to bump our periapsis back up. I'm trying to get back up to... I don't quite know where yet. Around to there. Do it close to the upper axis, get more bang for a buck. I don't know what the tallest moon on tallest moon? No. What the tallest mountain is on the moon. Not the tallest moon on the mountain. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm going to go with... Well, I was going to go with 20, but this is really slow. So I think we'll go with 16, because that's the next closest number. And... Okay. There we go. 16 on the dot. Look at that. There we go. And luckily I don't think RCS has... They don't have an ignitions. No, they're not. They got reliability, so every time you fire them up they have a chance to fail. But they don't have any ignitions, so... That's good. That's good. Okay, now we go back to the tourist spaceplane. And we can figure out our manoeuvre to try and get ourselves in a better position. So I want to set the moon as a target. There we go. There's the descending node. That's what we want. We're going to add a manoeuvre there. We're then going to focus on the moon. Okay, and I'm going to bring up the manoeuvre editor because it's just so much easier to use. You can set the scale here using this slider. So that's 10 seconds and 1 meter. So when you scroll, it's always linked to 1 meter a second. Whereas if you scroll on these ones here, the faster you scroll, the more it goes, which is awkward. You can also drag these as well to do whatever you want to do. So. Ooh. And now we're coming in from the wrong side. That's not right. We don't want that. Let's flip that through there again. That's kind of what we want. It's getting closer. That is much better. Still not quite perfect. What if we actually moved the... maneuver? I'm not really sure. If that's actually doing anything. What is it? It's moving us closer apparently. If we turn the scale up for that one. Move it along. Bring that back down. That's what I'm doing wrong there. Bring that back down to 10. Thank you. No, that's not working either. Okay, so we're closer. We're way too close to the surface there as well. Let's try that again. Let's go even further back, close to the craft. Move that even further back. Oh, lost it. Oh, it's down there. Go away. 30 minutes. There we go. Okay. Bring that down to 100 to go. Right, let's bring this down. So we're going to go that way. Aha. Aha ha ha. That's pretty much where it was last time, I think. Yeah, I don't think that's quite working. Oh, that's gone the wrong way. Let's go that way. It is bringing it out, but maybe we just need to go a lot further than... Let's move this all the way along. Like, where's... Here somewhere. No, I don't think I can actually get it. I think the closest we can get it is if I go right over here somewhere. And then we'll move it, we'll change it here. I wasn't entirely sure whether I could even do this or not, so getting it to do really anywhere near oh, excuse me. Oh dear, I really do think I'm coming down with something again. Getting it to sort of anywhere near where I want it to be is quite helpful. That's what we're aiming for, isn't it? That line there. So I did that, so we come in at a slight angle. Not that it matters. I mean, if we come in at any angle, it doesn't really matter. Bring it down to 50. Try and get smaller maneuvers here. Okay, so I think we're pretty much, yeah, that's where we're going to come in. And then it's closer than down here. We won't use as much delta V to change it here. To change our inclination here will be a lot less now we're doing that. So, okay, so yeah. Not exactly how I want it to be, but well, better than I think. That's node is in 30 minutes. I could have done it closer. Might have helped. Not sure. But it's always weird when you're coming in from different sort of angles, because you see we're coming in quite high. So getting it down lower is the important part. I mean, really I should just aim normal. Anti-normal to fire straight down. Maybe I could do that and just try and wing it. Let's give that a go. Let's give that a go instead. So, and I think, oh, we haven't got any monoplan left, have we? No, so I'm going to have to use the engines. I'm going to cut their thrust down to like 10% because it was quite a largish manoeuvre. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fire them. Are you moving? You are. And try and get that blue line level with the moon. And then once it's level, we can figure out exactly what we need to do to get our encounter back again. It's not going to be completely level because we're actually above. So we're going to come in at a weird angle by the looks of it, but that's fine. Going to periaxis up level with that, which is there. There we go. Now I don't know of any way to change that other than do it whilst we're there, which is not ideal. I should have probably just stuck to the maneuver node I already made. That's going to crash us into the moon. Don't do that. I'm going to make sure my inclination is level with it. Let's set it as our target, shall we? It says target. There we go. And then I can look at the ascending node, which says 2.9 degrees. It's just written just there. And then I can move this, and it will tell me whether I'm going up or down. And once it comes down to, well, it won't go down to 0 because I'm not actually doing the maneuver at the right place. I should be doing it there. There we go. The ascending node is 1 degree. There we go. That looks good enough to me. 337 meters a second. We've got enough. We've got enough. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so we're all set up for phase 3 of this tourist contract, but I think we're going to have to leave that, unfortunately, until the next episode, and come back then and do what we got to do. So, yes, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Hope to see you again next time, and until then, as always, have fun.